I am your host, Suzanne Monk, host of the one and only all-live Periscope newscast all about Donald J. Trump, Trump Talk US. Welcome to the show, you guys. Day 2 at the convention, and some great speeches, some interesting stuff. We saw the roll call vote, and one of the most exciting moments if you have been a Trump supporter. We saw Donald Trump be nominated for the Republican presidential candidate. We did all the votes. All the votes came in. They did this wonderful thing where several of the larger states passed on giving their votes so that New York could deliver, as they do. Your home state delivers the vote that takes you over the top. And all of the Trump kids were there for reading the delegate count, reading the votes out for New York, and issuing the votes for New York. It was a fantastic moment to see all of the states come together. They allowed the votes for Cruz, Kasich, Rubio to be counted on the floor, which I think brought a lot of camaraderie and unity to be able to have your candidates' votes heard and counted. Certainly was good for a lot of people. There was some confusion at the end with Alaska on how they had read the votes and how the rules required that the votes were read. But other than that, it went very smoothly. Donald Trump ending with more than 1,700 delegates. Remember when they said nobody was going to get to 1237? Remember when Paul Manafort said that Trump would get 1,400? 1,700. Yeah, we all do. Trump knocked it out of the park today. Absolutely great. A lot of party unity going on. Let's talk about all the positive things before we get on to the negative things. Great speech. I hate to say this because I'm not a... they say he won't win, but that they say everything they've said is wrong, right? Everything they said about Donald Trump. He's not going to run. He's not going to seriously run. He's not going to do well. He's not going to win any primaries. He's going to drop out. He's not going to win a majority. He's not going to get over 40%. He did all of those things. And now he's the nominee. And by a significant, a meaningful margin. So absolutely fabulous. Donald Trump Jr. and Tiffany Trump spoke today. Tiffany did a great job, you guys. For someone who has not had a lot of time in the limelight, she did a fantastic, very, very graceful job. I mean, Donald Jr. did a great job too, but I think Tiffany kind of did a little better job. So thumbs up, Tiffany. You did a fantastic job. Also, and I hate to say this because I'm not a Paul Ryan fan. I'm just prefacing this with I am not a Paul Ryan fan. So we're clear. He did a great job at the convention and his speech today, you guys. A lot of the kind of language of bringing the party together, joining together to fight in the election together, focus the goals. It was an excellent speech. If you have a chance, the C-SPAN plays it. They play the highlights and all the speeches over the evening, over the middle of the night hours, so you can TiVo that. You can also catch it all online, but I've been watching it on the C-SPAN, you guys, because the news will just blah, 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 blah with their little stupid chatter over all of the good speeches as they were doing, which is why I turned it on C-SPAN, and that's where my television has been for the entire rest of the day. So, span it up, you guys. Trust me, it's the way to go. Also today, great speech by Dr. Ben Carson, Chris Christie, a rousing speech. There was some excellent stuff at the convention today. Now, let's talk about Speechgate and this big Melania speech thing. So as we all know, Melania gave a fantastic speech last night. Blew it out of the park. Everybody loved it. The crowd went crazy. As soon as she was done, everyone went home because you can't do any better than that. She was amazing. Absolutely correct. Now, all of the news has been reporting that she has plagiarized, or she took some of the phrases from Michelle Obama's speech in 2008 and used them in her speech. Now, there are some catchphrases like, your word is your bond, and other small portions of the speech that are very similar, maybe from the speechwriter, having read similar inspirational quotes. Okay, out of 1,700, out of 1,500 words in this speech, 1,700 words in this speech, 70 of them might have had a similarity on themes that were very common. But oh my gosh, you guys, you would think that the news media had just found gold in your underpants. That's how excited they are. They are absolutely freaked out. Now, what you also check out is a little article I'm going to post on the Trump Talk page about when Hillary Clinton was accused of plagiarism by one Senator Bernie Sanders. In fact, to the point where Senator Bernie Sanders was considering suing her for copyright infringement. Many other instances in which the Democrats have plagiarized speeches, but Hillary Clinton in specific, in this election cycle, has plagiarized her fellow candidates. So you guys, don't tell me about Melania. It is just some haters who want to hate on a beautiful and phenomenal First Lady, a spokeswoman who is truly skilled and truly qualified to represent the United States as the first spokeswoman. That's the First Lady's job, is as a spokeswoman, as a representative of our country. She is beautiful. She is poised. She speaks 5 different languages. She could have delivered Michelle's speech in 5 different languages. She chose to deliver her own speech about her love for America as a legal immigrant to this country. It was a fantastic speech. And you haters gonna hate? It's fine. Go ahead. Because what I have heard from inside sources is that the Trump campaign and Mr. Trump are very, very, very dedicated now to ensuring a victory for the abhorrent and childish treatment repeatedly received by him and other individuals who are trying to do good things for this country by the left-wing media. So, you're just poking the bear, booze. You're just poking the bear. And the bear is Trump. So, let's move on from that, you guys. Polls. Here's why they want to talk about Melania's speech. The polls are not going their way. Nationally, LA Times came out with a new poll just today. Trump up by 1. LA Times. Nationally, that's a national poll. NBC, national poll. Trump up by 1 in a 3-way race between Clinton, Johnson, and Trump. Now, interestingly, in a 2-way race, Hillary is up by 1. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Gary Johnson is going to pull more voters from Hillary Clinton. He's going to it's going to help Trump. So go ahead, you guys, vote for Gary Johnson. The people who are voting for Trump aren't going to support someone like Gary Johnson, who believes in open borders, who wants to sign all of these unfortunate and inappropriate trade agreements that will only hurt our nation more and further strap us with burdens rather than providing us opportunities to trade effectively in the world with nations fairly. Free trade, but fairly. It's not a fair game if one person is cheating all the time. So we're certainly going to fix this. And that's what the polls are showing. And if you look at the Real Clear Politics average, the Hillary lead is now down to 2.7. It's going just like this. Just like this. Welcome, Pennsylvania. Welcome. You guys are doing great. Keep up the good work in Pennsylvania. All of these battleground states, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Iowa, Florida, all of these battleground states within the margin of error, Trump leading just a little bit, Hillary leading just a little bit. We have this because, as you all know, there is something called the reverse Bradley effect. These polls are all skewed just a little bit towards Hillary, even if they're not doing it on purpose, because people are concerned. They don't want to admit that they're voting for Trump. They already did a study that shows that if people know they're talking to a robot, they will admit to voting for Trump much more if they're talking to an individual. So there is an overt and obvious dampening effect in the polls that will turn Trump's way. Reverse Bradley effect, Google Bradley effect, and the opposite. You'll know what I'm talking about. So tomorrow at the convention, Right, Deb? At the convention tomorrow, Eric Trump, going to be a great speech. Scott Walker, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. If you were there tonight, I think Dana White did a really good speech, actually. Or if you were watching tonight, Dana White from UFC did a great speech. As someone who knows Donald Trump and has worked with him specifically, he had a very, I would say, moving and personal account of what kind of president, what kind of leader, and what kind of friend Donald Trump is. So if we can catch that. But tomorrow, Eric Trump, Scott Walker, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, the last time for the big hubbubaloo of the Never Trumpers. Let's see what happens. We'll report on it, and I'll let you guys know what happens. Thursday, of course, Mike Pence will be speaking. Ivanka will be introducing her father, and Donald Trump will come and take the stage and accept the nomination for the Republican primary. We're down 17. One more to go, you guys. One more to go. Her name's Hillary Clinton, and we're coming for her in November. That's what I'm talking about. My Trump reason of the day. The message, the theme of the convention today was make America work again. And some people were like, I ain't gonna make us work again. Well, that's what the leftist mentality has made us all think. We shouldn't have to work. Everything should come for free. But America was built on hard work and using that hard work to create your own success. That's what freedom is about. And in order to do that, you need a strong business environment, a pro-business environment. You need somebody who understands why tax burdens are so difficult for a small business owner, why regulations hurt you so much, why all of these things only behoove the big businesses, and they do nothing. They do nothing to help the actual job creators, which are small and mid-sized business owners, I of which am one. I pay a lot of taxes in the city of Illinois, or in the city of Chicago, in the state of Illinois, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So we need someone like Trump. We need someone like Trump who understands that lowering the business taxes will open up job opportunities, because those of us who own businesses and create jobs will be able to do a better job of doing that. And that's what will make America great again. That's what's going to make America great again, is small businesses being able to hire, because they're not strapped down with these top-down, lobbyist-written regulations and big government policies. And Trump is coming in with a true business understanding, and that's one of my big reasons, you guys. I mean, huge reason. Is somebody who understands, somebody who's signed the front of a check. Like me. So that's my reason of the day. Had to do it, you guys, and I'm going to do it for the rest of the week. Today's Trump hottie. I love you, Donald Jr. Don't get me wrong. But oh my gosh. Your little sister totally beat you out. Here she is, Miss Tiffany Trump. Our truly Trump hottie of the day. Stunning, stunning, stunning children, and she did such a great job. A really beautiful job with her speech. And unfortunately, Steve says, fear plus ignorance equals Trump. You know what I find? Fear plus ignorance equals never Trump. Fear plus ignorance equals I hate Trump. Because everybody I know who loves Trump is tolerant, loves diversity, loves all of the people coming together. They're not afraid of anything except losing their country to debt, to terror, to civil unrest, because we're not even respecting our police. So we're not afraid, and we're not ignorant. We're very informed. In fact, there's several articles that suggest that Trump supporters are actually more informed than the rest of the electorate. But I'm not going to try to judge. All I'm saying is we are tired of having the country we know and love and grew up with being taken out from under us every single day by big government policies, by big spending politicians who don't hold ourselves accountable and continue to convince a whole mass of the electorate that they're compassionate and that they're helping the poor and that they're for the little people. When they're not doing any of that, they're just putting money in their pockets. You know who doesn't need any more money in his pockets? You know who's going to take a step down to come and work for the American people? His name is Donald J. Trump. And I'm going to do everything I can to help elect him. So, if you like that, you can follow me on Twitter at Trumpetarian. If you don't like that, go ahead and follow me and troll me until I block you. That's how Twitter works, right? You can email me, trumptalkus@gmail.com. That's where you can send all of your positive feedback or negative feedback or hate mail or death threats, whatever you want to send, that's the email address you're going to send that to. So that'll take care of you right there. And you can catch all of our back shows, www.trumptalk.us. That is all of our back shows and everything, especially our special edition. Steve Butter, I want to add that to you. He says his path to 270 is murky. Here's what I've been looking at, and we'll close up with this. If you look at the Real Clear Politics election map, there's a bunch of toss-up states in the middle. They have the blue states, they have the red states, they have the toss-up states. If you start looking at those toss-up states, they're so tight, and many of them Trump is leading in. And many of them are within the margin of error, and as I talked earlier in the show, replay back, reverse Bradley effect. What we're going to find is that actually Trump's path to 270 has many options because Hillary is not doing well in those battleground states she needs. So, just a little bit of information. And folks, that's going to be our show. Do TiVo the C-SPAN so you can watch the speeches, you guys. There is so much unity going on. There is so much positive support for Donald Trump. Just some amazing people coming out and speaking positively for Trump. Not New York. He will need Ohio. He's going to win Florida, New York, Iowa. He will get definitely Iowa. He's pulling in Colorado. He's pulling in Arizona. Georgia, he already is way ahead in. Like I said, RCP, electoral map. Do it. And that's our show, folks. Little Trumpy and me. Until next time, keep on trumping. Hopefully, we can Trump. Oh, yeah. It's worth waiting for, you guys. See you tomorrow. Give you new election coverage, new convention coverage. It's going great. God bless America. God bless Trump.